Today I will be flying on a fully enclosed business class that provides me a maximum of privacy, while being offered a multi-course serving of not only lunch but also dinner on this 12-hour journey from Shanghai to Madrid. Welcome to China Eastern Airlines. Good morning from Shanghai Pudong International Airport in China. I just arrived from Singapore on an overnight flight and now I have a few hours before my continuation to Madrid. Since I'm booked in business class for an astonishing good fare, I'm allowed to use the VIP lounge during my layover. If you'd like to know more about that good fare, I will tell you more about it later. First, I booked myself this private room in this very large China Eastern lounge. It's rather simple with this leather throne, a TV and a small working desk, but a peaceful hideaway to catch up with some sleep. The lounge itself is very large, with a decent food choice, Western and Chinese, and it offers a beautiful view of the apron. There's an outdoor area, however the view is actually better from the inside. It's soon time to go to the faraway gate, but before I want to freshen up a bit in one of the few shower rooms of the lounge. Make sure you make a reservation at the front desk, as the lounge can get quite busy and the showers are popular. Clean and awake, I make my way to my right, which should be aboard China Eastern's rather new Airbus A350 on one of their fully enclosed business class seats. This is not my right, and neither is this. But here we go, my Airbus A350-900 for the next 12 hours. Boarding started on time and I'm excited to try out this new China Eastern business class. The welcome felt a bit, I'm not sure. My appearance seemed to have triggered a discussion. Anyway, the first row of this cabin features the business plus seats with extra legroom. And right behind it, I find the large business class cabin in a 1-2-1 configuration with a total of 40 Thomson Aero Vantage XL seats. This is my seat for the next 12 hours, which I'm very excited to finally try out. But only a minute later I was asked to reseat myself onto a seat on the other side, as this one had a broken table. I still got a window seat, however, with the seat towards the aisle instead of towards the window, which was a little let down. But this is a luxury problem and I'm complaining on high level. I was welcomed with a lovely gesture in the form of a wet towel. On my seat I find this fairly large pillow with the China Eastern logo. Here we have a few more things to look at, so let's see what we find in here. I have a suspicion this pouch most likely includes the house shoes, so let's confirm that. Yep, and they wear a little China Eastern logo as well, so I will take them home. I was served a welcome drink and I went for an orange juice this time. Unlike with China Airlines, where I initially couldn't find the menu, today's drinks and dining menu are at my fingertips. It's the first time I see a business class menu that is color-coded by the months, so understanding the menu required an initial study of the color legend and then simply jumping to the respective page for the dining options. It's May when I took this flight, so my food options are the red ones. I'm also supplied with reading material, Chinese and English. This is the screen in front of me, and this is the size compared to my hand. To my large hand, I must say, to be fair. And the entertainment system can be controlled with this handheld, which is quite conveniently placed here on top and not on the side. And that's another first for me. An NFC pad for payments, for in-flight duty-free items I guess. And next to it we've got various in and outlets. This is a little overview of the storage space, and a bottle of water is readily placed here as well. And this looks like the amenity kit, which of course we will check out as well in a bit. There is also this reading light with multiple brightness intensity options. And I guess this hook is for the headphones, which I haven't discovered yet. I like these simple big buttons, straightforward, easy to use even for the most tired business class traveler. Unfortunately, there's no individual air fan up here.
Ensure your portable electronic devices are switched to flight mode. Smoking, including e-cigarettes and other similar products, is strictly for takeoff. Please follow the crew's instructions and evacuate the airplane via the escape.
We are soon on our way, so let's buckle up. The seat is equipped with a shoulder strap, in addition to the regular seat belt.
Any belongings with you. Adopt this posture to evacuate. Our wonderful journal and pull the straps tightly. Do not inflate the light vest inside the cabin.
While the legroom is nice, as expected, the finishes of my little suite lack a bit of attention, if I'm honest. And this here obviously is a coat hook. Despite the center overhead bins, the cabin looks very spacious. And here I find what seems to be the China Eastern's in-flight magazine. It's all in Chinese, so not quite an option for me. And in here I also find the air sickness bag for the worst cases. And here I find... just a second. I don't know what we find in here. It doesn't seem to open despite the visible hinge. But no worries, there's another storage space down here. This highly touch-sensitive flight map shows our route for today, and the beautiful part is, it's all going to be in daylight, the entire 12 hours of our journey to Madrid. A basic selection of call, light and seat position buttons can be found down here for convenient use when in a lie-flat position. There are a few dents and tears, however, the first signs of wear and tear on this otherwise splendid-looking aircraft. We are being pushed back, and soon we will be up in the sky. How cool is that? A Chinese-built Comac ARJ21. I flew one of these recently. If you like, check out my video about it. Underneath this storage compartment and life vest drawer, I found a bit more space. For example for shoes, which I always find quite practical. Bye bye China, see you again in a few months, and I'm looking forward to it. Wow, what a fantastic view of downtown Shanghai, the Bund, Shanghai Tower and the Pearl Tower. Let's get a bit more comfortable and enjoy the amenities of this impressive business class seat. Or should I call it cabin? I was wondering where the headset is, and I found it. Let's have a look at it. Really? Okay, now this is a disappointment. A small plasticky headset, not even fully over ear. And the sound quality was on the mediocre side. I think I've seen similar headsets in economy class with other airlines. The table can be found here and it can be moved back and forth, allowing me to get out of my seat, even with the table set. This is a big plus. The amenity kit, while on the smaller side, looks quite nice. Let's have a look inside, shall we? I find this toothbrush and this little bag containing the eye mask. Earplugs in a hard case, nice. A comb, also in a plastic bag. Lots of packaging so far. And there's no toothbrush without toothpaste, luckily. And that was it. No fancy cream, lip balm, pillow spray or fragrance, unfortunately. This is how my cabin looks with the door fully closed. My own little space, lovely. Well, I'm not a fan of electrically dimmable windows like on the Boeing 787, but I love these electrical window blinds. Beautiful, I find them. Welcome to China Eastern's in-flight entertainment, where I find videos, music, games and further information. The screen is very touch sensitive, and in the video section I find movies and TV shows. The Hollywood section of this IFE isn't exactly extensive though. Also when checking the other movie section, it's rather limited availability. The music section offers various options, from Chinese to Western to kid stuff and more. And also this Soviet Red Revolution themed collection. Interesting. The information page offers my all-time favorite IFE feature, which we have seen earlier already, the flight map. What's also pretty cool are the outside cameras. There's a whole section about China Eastern cabin offerings, such as their first class or, in our case, business class plus. Looks really nice, but a spontaneous upgrade on board was only possible if I had Chinese virtual payment options with me, which I didn't have at this time. There's much more to see. Basically the entire cabin and galleys can be visited from your seat. Why am I even doing all the effort of filming? Oh, there is a bar? Really? Well, I'm surely going to check it out. Enough with the virtual cabin review. A wet towel has been handed out to me, which can only mean one thing: lunchtime. The tablecloth is made out of paper. Really, China Eastern? An apéro is served before the meal, which was served by a friendly yet reserved cabin attendant. Beside my addiction, DC, I also went for their champagne, a Maxim's Brü Reserve. With the apéro, I have also received these nuts. So far, the packed nuts, the paper cloth and the cheap headphones provide a rather budget feeling for a business class. On the other hand, the seat cabin, the lounge experience and the extensive dining menu are upscaling the experience again. And there's even a multi-course serving, which started with this appetizer: spicy tuna with marinated octopus, a potato and beef soup and a garlic bread was served later. The octopus wasn't quite my cup of tea, but otherwise the appetizer was delicious. The main course arrived, consisting of braised beef cubes in brown sauce, veggies and steamed rice. Nothing super fancy, but also tasty. The dessert was also rather simple, some fruit and an ice cream. As so often on aircraft, the ice cream was frozen rock solid. My table has been cleared, so let's have a look at the quite fluffy blanket, which I will use later. First, a quick visit to the China Eastern Airlines business class bathroom, which is rather minimalistically equipped. Just the usual stuff can be found, such as napkins, liquid soap, cups and some creams. Otherwise, it's very clean and functional. While I'm in the galley, let's have a look at the promised onboard bar, which is equipped with a number of drinks and a basket full of snacks. Not exactly inviting to hang around, but good for grabbing a bite or drink before returning to the seat. But look at these cubicles, truly a pleasant business class with heaps of privacy. Or privacy? How do you pronounce it correctly? I keep on hearing both. We still have many hours to go, so I'm trying to nap a bit. A touch of a button and the seat turns into a full flat bed. I woke up again over Russia, and I must say I didn't sleep well at all. However, in all fairness, it was because I didn't have enough space due to my length. So if you are 1,93 m like me, expect to touch the walls on both ends when laying flat. Compared to other business classes, despite the roomy look of the cabin, this one is rather on the narrower side when it comes to the distance between the business class cubicles. But for 95% of you guys out there, it should be sufficient. I received a wet towel announcing the upcoming light snack. I received this green salad it's called, but I have no idea what kind of greenery it actually was. It almost looked artificial. Not my favorite taste and consistency. Next was the stir-fried beef with mushrooms, veggies and rice, which was my favorite dish on this flight so far. Now I only had a few hours left to enjoy this flight and the business class, and soon we will prepare for the evening arrival into Madrid Barajas airport. Weather around Madrid looks quite variable, and approaching the runway required a bit of steering against the wind, which looked pretty cool in my opinion. So how would I rate this business class experience? The hard product was excellent in terms of privacy and comfort, with the exception of the available lie-flat space, if I may compare to other similar business class seats. The business class amenities, like the headphones and amenity kit, were rather on the minimalistic side, and the IFE as well. The food was nothing fancy, yet tasty, and served in separate courses, which I love. The cabin crew was friendly, but not overly engaging. Considering I paid only around $1,200 from Singapore to Shanghai and then onward to Madrid in this business class, I would give it a good 6 out of 10. Maybe 6.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.